Well, I got bored while waiting for all of my sand to smelt in my sand smelter thing, my mass smelter here. So I figured I'd go ahead and just sort of do a walkthrough of my whole base here. Um, it is on a server um, that I happen to play on a bit. This area is a bit around a year old. Got my central tower here, sort of. It's my aging copper monument. It's a testament to the age of the settlement. Or maybe just kind of look historical, man. I'm just trying to be cool. There's been some issues revolving this in that the few times I've added people to my area, they've taken an axe to it and taken off the aging because they're assholes. Um, this was one of the first structured series, originally a single floor, but it is my house. I did just have an issue of people touching my stuff. It was a whole thing. But this was the third edition actually made here. Um, originally it was a single floor, now it's a second floor house. This is my water tower right here, this stone stuff. That's what feeds into this. I thought it was all pretty neat. As for this big stone building, it is eventually going to be a mob farm. Um, I do really need to get some powdered snow and then build up a bunch of cobwebs, just because of how the server works. We got my nether portal here. I did not build any of this, I only added the nether wart farm around it. Um, this used to be a shop. Um, we used to sell things to other players in here, but I ended up moving it and left the empty building here. Plenty of farmland, as you can see. Bit of beehives and everything. Ooh, we got my basement, which is a interesting location. I've done some cleaning. These all used to be full. But this is just where all my storage is. And then it goes even further down, surprisingly. Made a nice mausoleum for my will to live. Totally not where I grow my illegal mushrooms. We're gonna ignore that. Ooh, my septic tank. Everybody loves a septic tank. Oh. Yeah, it's just my slime spawner room. We got the sub-basement. That's right. It goes even further down. I also did some cleaning in here. A bunch of stuff I didn't particularly need. Back up we go. Let's see. I actually have quite a lot of stuff going on in this area. We got my enchanting room here. Where I also was selling books that I've wrote. Like I actually wrote these and whatnot, but they changed the way the shops work, and I've never gotten around to fixing any of these. Some of these are based off of events that happened on the server. And then others are just straight up fiction. But yeah, I got me an enchanting room. It's pretty cozy. We got my beacon. Originally it was going to be entirely of iron blocks. But after a certain point, I got so tired of mining the iron that I decided to use some gold and diamond blocks that I already had. Hence the engraving here. Forged not from abundance, but from the refusal to mine further. Yeah, I got lazy. I didn't have a bunch of extra diamond and gold to be using, but I used it anyway. This is the leftover area from when I was making a bunch of TNT, where I was storing all my sand and gunpowder, and just going and blowing up places. We also have this magical tree. It has feelings. Ooh, one of the more important buildings that we have here is the Church of Gunter. It is a very holy place. And Gunter himself, on his golden throne, um, yeah, it's certainly a vibe. You know what? I need to leave an offering to Gunter. There we go. But, let's see, what else do we have of interest around here? Um, oh, I forgot, up here, I haven't been up here in a bit. So, for every pillager that showed up that I killed and took their banner, I put it on a wall. It's my wall of defeated Mormons, because that's essentially what pillagers are. Right here, I have every music disc. Um, I thought it was nice. Here we go. You know what? No. I haven't seen the movie myself, but this exists. Oop, shit. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, no, that is enough. No more. But, let's see. We have a little more farm area. We have the stone tower that I made. I originally made this, for jumping off of with an elytra. But, I don't really use elytra too much anymore. And even when I did, I didn't actually use the tower. So now it just sort of exists as something that fills up space. We got a little more farmland, some carrots and sugarcane, cocoa beans that I haven't harvested in a really long time. Also, because this is a server, you can get spawner blocks, but the way they work is that the things that spawn with them don't actually have, like, the code behind them. So they don't actually move or do anything. They just kind of exist. So we got brain dead cows. Got me my water fountain. I thought it was nice. Random parrot. Don't worry about it. We also just have my sheep pen. These are fully normal sheep. They actually do... no. My sheep. Leave them alone. Bad wolf. Over back here, I have bamboo growing. Not that I even really need it. I did try to sell it for a little while, and it didn't work out. And it just still exists for the day I may need it. I also have a blaze farm that I built. It's very manual labor. You know, weed jokes and everything. And all it is just killing these guys repeatedly. And it all gets piped into this chest. It is very loud in there. This cherry biome here actually did not exist previously. It's not even a cherry biome. I planted those myself. Um, Over back here is a little apartment house that I built. Oh, I need to get rid of this. This person doesn't play. It's a whole long story. But yeah, it's a little nice apartment. And then down here would be the hobbit hole someone else built. You know, just kind of little hole in the side of the mountain hill area. They also stopped playing. It's another long, sad story, I guess, of when I used to have some friends. There's actually quite a lot more stuff around here. God, so many wolves. I have too many sheep to be letting these wolves around. Let's see. Like, technically I own that over there. Yeah, though it's temporary. I did also have a player who lived here. Down here, there's a lot of work that was done, and they haven't been on in a really long time now. Down we go. Yeah, it's the whole underground area. Now think about it, I've never actually looked through any of the stuff that they had. But they have these plushies, a bunch of other stuff. Eventually might come down here and start going through everything. Because quite frankly, I don't think they're ever coming back on. Have anything in these barrels? They do not. This is Andy McBoatface. He lives down here. And this stuff isn't actually finished. And I don't have it in me to actually continue any of it. I don't know what I would actually do with any of this, to be honest. That's gonna be a tall ceiling. I don't know. It's a lot. It really is. Shoot. I myself have only done a little bit of building. I'm not great at it. Alright. Long walk back up. Still have a few other places to kind of show off here. I just gotta remember where I put the minecarts. There was one. For whatever reason, I thought it would be cool to have a long, drawn-out railway. It did take longer than it really should have for this, to be honest. And, yeah, it just takes me to my dock. This is where I would go fishing, basically, is all. That's all this is. It just takes me to the river. Now for the long ride back. I don't know, I thought it was cool at the time. It was easier than building an entire lake. And if you thought that ride was bad, I have an even longer one. It's not great. Any day now. Yeah, this is actually where I keep my shop. Um, where people can actually teleport here and buy my stuff. You know, selling cookies pretty cheaply. It is a Lowe's. I did call it a Lowe's. Coal, iron, water-breathing potions, dirt, copper blocks, oak logs, diamonds, blaze rods, glass, quartz blocks, nether bricks, bone meal, stone bricks, golden carrots, wool, lapis blocks, tough. I don't know why I decided with blue eggs, aside from the fact that I can make it so that it restocks itself and I don't actually have to do any work. Let's sell paper and gunpowder. And I got my Gucci leather armor here. It's very fancy. It's sort of a decoration. Um, Even got advertisements. That was very cash money of you. And my banners. I don't know. I decided this was my symbol or whatever. Um, Also, I've got an official relaxation room. It is so nice in here. So good. Everybody loves it. It's for what it looks like on the outside here. This is also at like Y negative 14. It's incredibly deep down here. Yeah, it's my burb Supermax. The chickens are never leaving. It's, trust me, they love it here. It's fine. And then, let's see, up through here, if I remember the way correctly. There's so many massive cave systems just under where I live. It's insane. And the mine shafts, those are there. But, yeah, it's pretty nice, I guess. Let's see. I gotta get all the way back up through the hole here, thread the hole. Um, Honestly, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with some of this space. I just keep expanding the land that I own, and I'm not really a builder, but I'm also the only one on this area. So it ends up leaving me not sure what to do. And this is gonna take a little bit. Let's go. I actually had to mine all the way through a lot of this. Originally it was just like a hole just big enough to ride a minecart through. But I've expanded it a bit as I've needed more stone and whatnot. But a lot of the natural caves are nice to just be able to build through that, the caverns and everything. I can't leave that there, it gets knocked down. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get my elytra and whatnot to show off a little bit more around here. I haven't actually used one of these in a while. But, let's see here. That's actually where that store is located. Alrighty, a little bit of a bird's eye view here. Out over here is actually a really interesting build. I did not make it, but the original people who owned it and made it um, sort of were offline when the way the land claim systems were changed. So it was claimed and owned by people, and then when they got changed, it didn't get reclaimed and kept getting griefed. So all this stuff got left behind, and for a while it kept getting broken and griefed until I talked to a moderator here. And they went and told me I could claim it and keep it protected. So that people couldn't keep griefing it, and they rolled back the land and made it to about when it was built. So it is under stewardship by me, and I even have a book saying that I'm allowed to. It's a pretty neat place, very gothic looking. And in the event that they ever come back, it'll just be given back to them is all. The hell? Oh, wandering trader, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, I think it's all really neat. I do technically have some neighbors too. I don't know what this whole tree thing about over here is, to be honest. But for a while it looked like someone's just like building a whole ass tree. I consider this person all the way out here a neighbor just because of how few locations there actually are near me. But there's a mob farm here that I sometimes come and use because they've added me, and it lets me get gunpowder pretty easily. Ow. But yeah, I don't know. I'm on here most of the time because it feels lonely to play single player Minecraft is all. So I figured this was like slightly better. And like there's other people. I mean, I just haven't been interacting with them a whole lot. I think it's all pretty great, but that is just sort of me. What if I owned this cavern here? Ah, that did not go how I wanted it to. And I did not own that cavern. But I do own a sizable amount of the land around here. And come on, landing, 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 landing. There we go. But yeah, this is MTV and this is my crib, I guess. I don't know. I just needed to get something done while I waited to waste time on getting all this done. And I still have so much to go, damn it. Damn, that is quite a bit to go still, and I'm not happy about it. But yeah, that's what I do with my day to day anymore.